Good morning, everybody. It's your boy D Max. So let's talk. All right. So you see what the thumbnail is? It's my face. But the topic today is going to be Hannibal Buress because when this whole entire Bill Cosby trial came about, the credit was given to Hannibal Buress for really bringing it out, and so I had to kind of dig a little bit more because I knew the overall story of how they say it came out, and they said that Hannibal Buress had this part in one of his stand-up bits where he talked about Dr. Cosby and make some remarks. And I looked up what he said, and yeah, okay, I kind of see it because if you tell people to go and Google it, and you really get people to interact with your stand up bit, then that I see how that could bring that about. But Hannibal wasn't the only one to bring Bill Cosby out and bust him out like that. DL Hughley, he often tells a story of he was on air one time, and he had had issues with Mr. Cosby in the past, and so he didn't really say anything. And then someone said something to DL, and Dr. Cosby kind of went in on DL, and DL's like, at least when a woman leave my presence, she don't have her pants around her ankles or something to that nature. And Dr. Cosby got off and called up to whoever he needed to talk to let them know that that segment would never be played on the air. And I'm pretty sure that that's not as far as that story went. I'm pretty sure that got out to a lot of different ears, and it also added fuel to the fire that had already been started. Because when a comedian does a bit or a set or a portion of their one of their jokes, that's something that they've practiced for a while. So they've said it in more than just one place. It wasn't like it was just one particular night that he said it, and oh, that just set off a wildfire. No, it was an accumulation of going to different spots and trying that different joke on different crowds, and you know giving people that challenge. Hey, go Google it and see what comes up. And that would, going across the country and across other countries, I see how that could definitely spark fire. And knowing DL Hughley for the outspoken person that he is, I'm pretty sure that there were some Cosby jabs in some of his stand up sets. And so, could it be a case to where they used these men's their contempt for Bill Cosby to ultimately bring him down? Because the image that Bill Cosby carried, the circles that he ran in, they know if he was brought down by them that Bill could say a lot of things and expose a lot more than just himself, because that is definitely a route that he could have taken. I will plea bargain for the safety of these people who you definitely do not want names put out there. But then, too, that's probably what ended up getting Jeffrey Epstein killed. So, it's a slippery slope. We've seen how this country has treated people right before our face. Jeffrey Epstein, everybody knows that that man was murdered right in front of our face. So, what's to say that that's not what keeping Bill Cosby quiet on what's really going on and what the attack is really about? There's been many speculations about why Bill Cosby was taken down, because I hope it's very clear also that, Bill Cosby isn't just some perv well, he is, but he's not just the only one. They all are. this is something that they indulge in. And so they try to single him out like he's just this guy who comes to the party and just starts to prey on women. No, it's all everybody there has an understanding of what takes place in those uh, environments. And so to come in there and to even allude to the fact that you weren't already on some type of drug or alcohol or both before you even get to the party. Um, Especially in the 70s and 80s and 90s and anytime during that, that's kind of hard to believe. So would be inclined to think that Dr. Cosby has been set up and they used two black men to do it. That is really the point that I'm getting at. They use or they say that these black men were the reason for people looking into him even more. But to the point of people starting to come out about it, I mean, I don't know. I don't know, man. I don't think I can really swallow that pill fully. There's just too many holes in that. Something's not right about that. I believe that they were Hannibal Buress particularly was the scapegoat used for this. D.L. Hughley was also used as kind of a reinforcement to uh, what Hannibal was saying, and using those two things as the scapegoat. All of these launched an investigation into this man for very serious crimes based on some jokes. Okay. Um, yeah, that's just a hard pill for me to swallow, but they used it nonetheless. Uh, Now, did Hannibal benefit from it? That's a question that we have to ask as well. Let's see how the career of Hannibal Buress has went. Well, he's been writing for a while. He writes for different comedy shows. I know he wrote and co-hosted on the Eric Andre show, which was a little short-lived comedy show that was a little eccentric, but if you know Eric Andre, then you understand. And him and Hannibal were a pretty good team. And Hannibal went on to start hosting little shows, and then he started making guest appearances on shows and things of that nature. I'm not saying that Hannibal launched his career off of taking down Bill Cosby. I'm not saying that, and I'm just going over has Hannibal benefited from the higher ups for what he did, or is he just his grind? He just been putting in the work, and so I don't know, man. I'm just going to leave those facts out there. I just wanted to put that out there because they say that Hannibal Buress is his comedy routine is what set this off, and I was just trying to work this out in my mind how that could be. Why would well if it's based in fact, I can see that then. If it and a lot of comedy is based in some facts. You take those facts and then you build off of it and you make it something from a different view. A comedian has a third eye, kind of like a musician does, as far as hearing and seeing visuals of the music and things like that. See, like Kanye, well, his latest album, that's a whole different subject. But Kanye is a musical genius, in a sense. We all know his track record that proves that. And so there's a certain way that Kanye hears music, but there's also a certain way that he envisions a song or the video or something like that. And especially his shows be super dope. So he's also a visionary in a sense when it comes to music and entertainment. And so he shares that same quality with a with like a anybody that's in the field of art have this other sense. And so comedians share that as well. It's an art form. And man, Hannibal, I'm a bro. You go do your thing, man. This is like I don't think this is a good thing to have on your resume at all. But um, hey, do you, bro? This is your boy D Mac. I don't have anything else to say on that. Y'all know what I say. Sticks and stones can break your bones, but the word can always heal you. I'm out.